Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this really quickly, and hopefully it will be easier, than you think it is. So when you're in Google Plus, which is plus.google.com, you go over to the left where that little arrow drops down, and then you choose Hangouts. This is to set up your class. And then once that page opens, you want to do Start a Hangout on Air. And now you fill out whatever it is, essential oils for the home, and then, a short description. What could be better? And then usually you want to schedule something, so you would hit later here, and then choose the date that you want to have your class, and the time, and how long you think it'll go. So maybe one and a half to 2 hours. And then if you don't want to share it with everyone publicly, then you can X this and add your specific people in here. Generally speaking, I like to keep it open so people can invite their friends and they won't be limited on what they can see. So leaving it public is a good option, but if you just want to invite 3 or 4 other people, that's fine, and you can just add their names in here specifically. So I'll add Crystal and Tracy. And so these people would individually get invitations in their email inboxes. And you can type in regular emails here too, and that should work. Okay, so anyway, now once you've done that, we're going to hit share. Uh-oh. I'm going to share with my doTERRA team since this is a fake class. And that's just a group that I've made, and they'll get an email. Actually, let me share it with group. I don't want to send out an email to everybody on this one. Okay, so I'm sharing this information, and now that's done, and it takes me to that event page. So here I am on the event page for your specific class, and you can go ahead and right here copy that link and share that, or you can go down here and get the links as well. So you have your YouTube link, and you have your Google Plus page, and then you can even embed it on another website if you want to. So when it's live, it will broadcast live from there. You can make comments on here. You can invite by sharing the event and adding more people, sharing a little information and then adding more people to your class. And then when you're ready, you can even make a trailer, which I've never done that before, but that could be a simple, nice thing to have up there for people to view ahead of time. And then if they have questions, you can set that so people can ask questions, and you can ask questions during your class. Now, once you want to start, you go ahead and hit that start button. And it takes a minute to load. Waiting. This part I skip unless you have an opportunity to add email addresses and get people added in. And if you do this here, if you invite guests this way, they'll actually show up. You're allowed to have up to 10 people inside your actual chat room, and they'll come across the bottom, and you can give them an opportunity to talk and that kind of thing as well. Now, once you have this window open, you're not actually live. Here you see it's taking a while to even load. It'll probably take a minute. But while that's loading, you can invite more people here, and they will be in the chat room, versus people who are watching on the event page. When they're watching on the event page, they are simply watching it live, so they won't be able to make a comment in here. You can turn on the question and answer over here. I've downloaded the control room, and so I can do things like, well, here you can turn on your video, or on and off your video. So if it's off, people can't see your face. If you're muted, people can't hear you. And then turn it on when you're ready. And when you're ready to actually go live, and that should be right about the time you scheduled it, you can hit that start broadcast button. In the meantime, I like to sign in a little early and turn on some of this information. I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. The toolbox is very handy. And you might have to download this app in advance. It takes just a minute. But once you have that app open on the other side and you click on that, you can actually create an overlay here, and that does take a minute. So that's, again, something you'd want to do before your class if you want to do it. I've created a doTERRA one. So as soon as I turn that on, it'll have a banner across my face at the bottom, and it'll say my name and my IPC number, and it has the doTERRA logo. And that's just a nice thing to kind of formalize your classes a little bit, but totally not necessary. Completely up to you. And then you can just make some additions however you want to. But again, once you hit start broadcast, I'll go ahead and do it since it's just me and Drew. We're about to go live. Here we go. These people are going to really want this in the class. Okay, so this Hangout Air is live. And that's it. So you can't see me, I think, because I'm recording this right now, but that's all there is to it. If you turn on Q&A, then you'll see the Q&A over here. And here again, it tells you can turn it on the Google event page before the broadcast. So that was that first button we saw a second ago. I'm going to stop this broadcast and go back to that really quick. And here again, if you need the links while you're in there, you can get those right here too. That's handy. So closing that. And again, before I started the broadcast, down here it said turn on Q&A. And that's something you would want to do ahead before you started your broadcast. It's as simple as that. You can have limitless people in here. Again, you can have 10 people on the actual chat in the bottom in the chat room. But you can have an unlimited amount of people watching. Then once your chat is over, on your event page, it switches over to the recording. And so it'll have the recording here. And start playing. And then you can also open it on YouTube and get the link again and share that with people once you've done the class. And it can be watched again and again and again. So this is just a really useful tool for building and for sharing with people who may be out of town or, who can't leave the house on snow days like today, that kind of thing. It's just a really useful tool. So if you need any more help with that, let me know. I'm happy to help you. But I do think this is a really useful tool, and I think they've finally figured out the best way. They've kind of been changing it for the past several months, and it's been confusing every time I popped in, but now it seems to make sense and has remained the same for the past couple of events, and I haven't had to make changes in how I understand it. So anyway, I hope that clarifies it for you, and I hope this is a tool you'll use. I did forget to show you, and now I regret that. I can't go back. On the left-hand side where all those tools were, once that new window had opened, there's a place that's for screen shares. It's just a green tab with an arrow on it, and you would click on that and then open, if you were going to use a PDF presentation or a PowerPoint presentation or just something from the internet, you can just share what you're looking at on your screen. So you would click that button and then go to the screen you wanted to show the people in the presentation, and they can see what you're looking at that way. And that is another very useful tool. All right, that's all. Thank you very much.